Levi, are you going?
How y'all doing?
Up there?
Good, how are you?
Doing very well, thank you. I've been worse. Well, I guess I'm the first one up here, so I don't know if I need to make a special announcement or anything, but I appreciate getting to be a part of this and happy to kick things off here. Glad all of you cared enough about songwriters around here to come here, and happy to kick things off tonight. I'd like to start things off with a little history lesson, maybe kind of a warning of sorts. I was thinking about how every square inch of land in this country's got somebody trying to sell it to someone else. So I was thinking, next thing you know, they'll be listing the clouds on Zillow. See if I can figure out this cable up here. Well, this one goes out to Mr. Teddy Roosevelt. He's dead, but if he could come back, I'm sure he'd beat us all with a big stick, saying what we'd done. And if you understood that reference, then you're cool. I call this one North Dakota, 1884. Senator, I'm calling you today concerning fields and forests where the cottontails play. Don't sell them off to some tycoon in San Francisco Bay. This land just ain't yours to take. Some crusty curmudgeon in a tower made of steel can't just buy up all these pine trees in a business deal. Senator, let me tell you how I feel. This land just ain't yours to steal. And I wish I had a telescope. I could watch you fly further than a country mile, straight into the sky. And your rocket out of orbit, the asteroid belt you'd pass. We got straps on, steel-toed boots, it kicks you. Poor old Teddy Roosevelt is rolling in his grave to see spit up on the wildlands he tried so hard to save. 4 years in North Dakota, 1884. Now you're pulling up his ladder and locking up your door. A boy looks out upon the mountains, dreaming of the wild, wondering if the days of Elkhorn will ever be in style. You dressed up devils on eat the dust until the world's rebirth. For spilling gold and plastic bags upon God's good green earth. Well, and I wish I had a telescope and I could watch you fly further than a country mile, straight into the sky. And your rocket out of orbit, the asteroid belt you'd pass. When got straps on, steel-toed boots, it kicks you. When you got straps on, steel-toed boots, it kicks you. I'm Jonah Pennington. I kind of forgot to introduce myself. I am from Austin, Texas, but I moved here to Bowling Green about a year ago. I love this town and got family here. I lived here actually once long ago. I came here for college, which was actually just to get married, and then I stole her. But she's out there right now. That's also my kid, probably. So, this is a song that I wrote after I was out down in Nashville, West End, doing some contract work in a gentleman's house. And the whole time I was in there, he was looking down his nose at me, just real proud of himself, you know. I mean, the guy had a wine cabinet that was bigger than my kitchen, so I guess you can say that he had it, you know, he had it well off. But I went home that day and I got to thinking, you know, any one of us can turn into that kind of guy if we're not careful. So I actually wrote a song, and I call it Wouldn't Want to Be Him. Just a little reminder that we can all let our pride get out of control. Well, I'm a little overweight, and I can't get a date, but I think I'm doing just fine. 'Cause I drive around town in my brand new Tesla, and I eat my dinner with wine. And it's really quite rare that I get out at all, but the day I had spare time to burn, I saw a ragged old woman at the grocery store, and I felt my stomach turn. Well, I sure wouldn't want to be her. She probably makes $10 an hour. She probably walks in at Denny's for a 12-hour shift, then overnight cleans the Trump Tower. I saw a group of muchachos in a cat-eyed Silverado. They was dragging a trailer of tools. Well, that 5.3's trusty, but the headlights were dusty. The rockers were looking a little rusty. And as they pulled round the bend into the weekend, I heard a salsa band playing from the paper cone speakers of that camionette. I happened to catch myself saying, well, I sure wouldn't want to be them, all sweating since 7 a.m. Probably living with a Wello and little Carmelo, and drowning the pain in Modelo. Then I drove to the 7-charge station, and I procured my DCSC. That's a charging device. As I sit there just waiting on the battery, I saw an old fart just looking at me. He was filling his Cummins with diesel. He was picking at some crust on his ear. I'm in the tune to 3 wooden crosses, wearing a half by John Deere. Well, I sure wouldn't want to be him. Probably lives in a garbage bin, smokes 10 packs a day, and wastes his life away on the promise of a lottery win. Then I pulled back out onto the roadway. I was moving pretty fast, I confess. I saw a Greyhound bus coming in the left lane, just a little too late, I guess. Then I braced for the impact, and I grit my teeth, and my palms got all white and clammy. And suddenly my head was as far from my neck as Seattle is from Miami. Well, then the commoners came, and they gathered all around. They gawked at the pavement spaghetti, said that's what that banker gets for driving a clanker. I sure hope his soul was ready. Then the news company came, and they started to roll tape, but they blurred out the shot of my head. They started talking to the passerbys walking, and this is what they all said. Well, I sure wouldn't want to be him when I go see the man upstairs. wakes up, kisses on the mirror, and he strangled the baby if he thought it would pay. No, sure wouldn't want to be him. No, no, I sure wouldn't want to be him. Lessons in humility. Some of us get it from a preacher or a teacher, but I guess some of us end up getting it from a greyhound doing 70. Hopefully not that guy. That wasn't intended to bear any resemblance to actual events or anything. Well, I was thinking about if there's one place that knows how to package up pride, slap a ribbon on it, sell it by the barrel, it's that town that's not too far from here, Nashville. And there's a funny thing about that town. People move there thinking they're going to chase their dreams, get heard, get seen, hit the big time, and end up just paying rent on a treadmill. So I was thinking about all the people who moved down to Nashville to get heard and kind of wrote a song for them, because you end up just getting stuck in the ground most of the time, it seems like. I call this one City of Broken Dreams. Could pour my soul into a bowl and add squeeze a lime, 1 or 2 spoonfuls of sugar, and perhaps a well-placed rhyme. Stir it all up into a song and place it in your lap. With those white boot wearing, boba sipping, ESL Congress to worry. Yuppie chicks that prance down Broadway just wouldn't give a crap. Write a soulful song than songs without a soul. And I don't need a crowd of thousands under my control. And I'd rather never see a stage or crowd surfing a bit than to check myself in the Sam Hunt station and produce the latest hit. Cause those big wig butt-headed bros in Brentwood just wouldn't give a. It might be the water of the Cumberland coming down from Illinois. Keeps bringing this so-called music in the town. All I hear is noise on the level of the devil. It's here for everyone. In this city made of broken dreams, only losers have fun. Now this is normally the part where I put a nice guitar solo or something. So, I got to doing some researching and see what the Nashville guys charge for a solo. See, I got myself in a little predicament, because on the one hand, I could have a blistering guitar solo, but if I did that, I'm not sure I could keep my car from getting repossessed with those prices they charge. So you'll have to use your imagination. Just imagine someone playing a blistered solo over this right here. Well, all right, now that you've heard the best guitar solo you've never heard, I'll get back to that song. Well, every day I take a ramp and crawl down 65, and I wonder if I'm gonna make it home in one piece or alive. And all of those bars and sleek guitars can't offer me no prize, cause this town's just trying to be Hollywood in a cowboy hat disguise. This town's just trying to be Hollywood in a cowboy hat disguise. Still the water of the Cumberland comes down from Illinois, keeps bringing this so-called music in the town. All I hear is noise on the level of the devil. It's here for everyone. In this city made of broken dreams, only losers have fun. In this city made of broken dreams, only losers gonna have the fun. I know who I am. Are you? Well, I've been a little bit mean tonight. 3 songs in a row, just being mean, calling names, saying dirty words almost. And so I just wanted to tone things down a little bit. I actually wrote this song about a guy that you all know. You probably see him at your local gas station now and then. You look right at him, but you end up looking right through him. But if you you take a closer look, you realize there's more than meets the eye. So I'll shut up and let him introduce himself. Well, they call me Mop Water Marty. They say I'm the life of the party. I don't even want to say how I got my name. A dirty bucket of water is how I got my fame. It's sure great to be Mop Water Marty. This old doggone town knows my face. And if ever I slept and did not awake, they say there's nobody be taking my place. Mama said I was a natural born actor, was a class clown in old 85. There were things that we never did factor, and by 1990 she wasn't alive. Had a thing for Sue Richards back in high school. When I met her, it was love at first sight. But when I showed up to take her to the banquet, I found that another man took her that night. Must be a sin to be Mop Water Marty, 'cause God knows how hard I've tried. But old Beverly Hills won't be paying my bills, so I think I'ma stay home and get lonesome tonight. Well, it sucks to be Mop Water Marty. Seems like nobody knows who you are. Got no friends in this town, and there's darkness all around. Think I'll go see my mama tonight. Going home to see mama tonight. Well, I'll lighten things up a little. I wrote this as kind of a love song. Well, not kind of a love song, really a love song. And there's a pretty girl out there who knows this one's about her, so I'll go ahead and play it. I call this 3 Kinds of Love. I was cutting grass in the April rains, when the lightning came down and fried my brains, stirred them up like scrambled eggs, and it made me crazy about you. I was a fish in the open sea, just swimming in the water with no family. You came along and swallowed me whole, and I found myself in this hole. 'Cause there's 3 kinds of love a man can't live without. One make him cry, and the other jump and shout. And there's one kind of love that just brings me to my knees. It's got me here on ground, begging you please, please, please hold me, darling, 'cause I don't know which way is up or where to go. Trying to walk in the driving snow, and I'm still crazy about you. three kinds of love a man can't live without. One will make them cry, and the other jump and shout. And there's one kind of love that just brings me to my knees. It's got me here on the ground, begging you to please, please, please hold me down, 'cause I don't know which way is up or where to go. Just trying to walk and drive in snow, and I'm still crazy about you. Take a picture of what you see. It's the only way we'll remember me. Before I got your disease, it's got me crazy about you. I'm still crazy about you. This is another one I actually wrote for her. Sounds good. Well, this one's actually just about how stupid and crazy I am. I call this one Trail of Gasoline. Don't smoke around your past. Home for dinner, I'll come back beside you, back in the center where both you and I used to remain. We got a shortage of some kind of power. I cast at the foot of my false Eiffel Tower a long time ago, when strange forgotten place I leave a trail of gasoline, and its flames will catch up to me. I keep running and running, but fire keeps coming and threatens to swallow me whole. And I'd be remiss to say I don't adore you, so baby I'm sorry, I don't mean to bore you with self-isolations. You're everything that I need. Woman, you know I wanna be true, 'cause my heart sings only for you. Look away as I'm burning these bridges I'm starting, the grave that I've dug for my soul. And if you were to flee, it would only be fitting, 'cause I can't provide you the thing that you're missing. I'm broken as a panel on a Boeing wing, and you would surveil me like old George McGovern, but talents of road, my bases are covered, at least for a while. I'm good at running away from my trail of gasoline. My trail of who are here tonight. There's a couple of people here tonight who are probably noisier than most of us would want them to be. Maybe a little smellier than some of us would want them to be. Talking about my two boys that are out there somewhere, and lights so bright I can hardly see, but it's all right because y'all need to see my face. And no, you don't. But this one's about how they're built-in best friends, and they just drive us crazy. So here you go. Built-in best friends, love you with all my heart. Built-in best friends, never wanna be apart. You're my brother, got the same mother, got the same daddy too. Got the same nose, wear the same clothes, and both of our eyes are blue. Built-in best friends, punch each other in the face. Built-in best friends, everything becomes a race. One of us is short, one of us is tall, we go at a different pace. But you're my built-in best friend, and no one's gonna take your place. got the same mother, got the same daddy too. Got the same nose, wear the same clothes, and both of our eyes are blue. Built-in best friends make dinner a crazy mess. Built-in best friends are the bestest of the best. Stealing each other's underwear, staying up into the night, building a campfire in the woods, having a Nerf gun fight. Built-in best friends, love you with all my heart. Built-in best friends, never wanna be apart. You're my brother, got the same mother, got the same daddy too. Got the same nose, wear the same clothes, and both of our eyes are blue. Got the same nose, wear the same clothes, and both of our eyes are blue. Built-in best friend. I think that'll do. Well, you know, I was sitting at a chapel out east of here a while back and listening to a preacher tell a story, and as he told that story, this song kind of popped into my head, and so I got to confess that I didn't really listen to the rest of that sermon. I just kind of wrote this song right there in that pew, and so this is the result. This is kind of my way of retelling that story. I always say I didn't write this song, it just kind of presented itself. It's a neat story though. I call it Bloody Hands. Back in 1972, some folks like me and you set out to save some poor and needy souls. But in Bangladesh back then, they had it out for them, and Jesus' name was cursed upon their wicked tongues. Well, a certain group of people planned a massacre so evil on that hospital on the outskirts of the town. And they gathered all around and they spat upon the ground and swore to kill those Christians dead with bloody hands. Bloody hands, bloody hands, ain't no Jesus gonna thwart our plans when we cross the street and throw our bloody hands. Well, the mob began running, and the doctors saw them coming, tearing up the soil beneath their boots. With them Big Mac semi-truck, ran the Muslims out, plugged and filled the road with bloody heads and bloody hands. Well, about a minute later, the nurses took the elevator to save as many lives as could be spared. They carried in the broken bodies of the violent jihadis to tell them about the man who died with bloody hands. Bloody hands, bloody hands, ain't no devil gonna foil our plans when we kneel upon the street with bloody hands. Bloody hands, ain't no devil gonna foil our plans when we kneel upon the street with bloody hands. When we wash our enemies' feet with bloody hands. I've done just about enough damage for tonight, but I might do one more here. Leave y'all with this one. If I can figure out how to do this little capo trick here. Gotta be fancy. Well, I call this song Ready for the Times, and it's gonna be my last one. I was born in the desolation, in the Bush administration, at an age when mighty monoliths came crashing down too. But still my young heart had the hope, childhood dreams unfolding, and the skirmishes of nations seemed so far beyond the road. But the next one was a traitor, and his hair an aggravator, followed by the old white man who couldn't climb the stairs. And so we all keep sitting around, just asking who will save us, scrolling on the Instagram and talking to our hands. Well, are there any men at all, any willing to stand tall in the day of our demise? Who's gonna open their eyes? Are they ready? Are they ready for the time? Well, many a fair maiden will go on in her hating, never asking why a man will keep his heart under a lock. And many a young feller don't have the guts to tell her the one thing she's been missing he can't give to her at all. Well, it might be because he's empty, because he knows he isn't perfect, or maybe he's just never been the type to light his own fire. He feels he can't guide her on the path that isn't certain. He's got what it takes to take her deeper, take her higher. Well, are there any men at all, any willing to stand tall in the day of our demise? Who's gonna open their eyes? Are they ready? Are they ready for the times? Heartbroken young ladies, fatherless black babies, trailer parks, lonely mamas, in West Virginia hills. The men are out there gambling, some are shooting up a streetcar, or in the arms of a street girl trying to pay her bills. But if we fill our hearts with loving instead of loving evil, we stand a little straighter and our sons will grow up strong. And your children gonna thank you if you fill your arms with family. Give them your protection and the strength for which they long. Well, are there any men at all, any willing to stand tall in the day of our demise? Who's gonna open their eyes? Are they ready? Are they ready for the time? Are there any men at all, any willing to stand tall in the day of our demise? Who's gonna open their eyes? Are you ready?